Drum nerds, drum nerdesses, welcome back. Coffee. Right, before we get in, like, subscribe, share, slam that button, do the things that you're supposed to do. We just hit 1706, if I'm not mistaken at the time of this recording. So, you're here for some Kai, but I would like to be serious for 2 seconds. The Justin Trudeau government is apparently trying to make euthanasia available to minors. Now, whatever your beliefs on euthanasia are, or his government are, I know you're just here for drums, and I know that's what this is, but as a Canadian and as somebody who just really likes to make sure that everybody's as safe as they can be, and I don't believe in certain sinister things, I feel like it's my duty to just let you know, if you're not aware, what kind of stuff is going on there. And so this will allow minors to just go, yep, I don't want to be here anymore, I'm going to push my off button. As my parents, you get no say in that. But when you were a kid, when you were 7, I wanted to be a garbage man. I wanted to do a load of things. You don't have the ability to have that reasoning of the implications of your consequence or of your actions. You know, the implications of what decisions you then make. If you're not able to vote a government, and if you're not able to legally drink, if you're not able to, drive a car and do any of those number of things, if you're not able to rent a house or buy a house, if you can't even use the stove to cook yourself food, how the hell are you able to go, yeah, I want to push my off button? Buy? No. Enough is enough. I don't understand how this man still has governance. You know, in England, we've had 5 prime ministers, I think, in just as many days almost. And obviously I'm being hyperbolic, but they change them over quite often. So I don't understand why in Canada we can't say enough is enough. You're totally wrong for the job. You need to go back, not go back to your old job of being a primary school teacher, because you're trying to say that children can just off-button themselves. So you shouldn't be around anybody, really. I don't understand why we as a people are allowing this, right? So anyways, rant over. But if you're not aware, now you're aware. That's actually what's happening. Ridiculous. So, very hot. Let's get into Kai Obey. This is a 16-year-old video. I have no idea what to expect. Let's get on. Obey. Okay. See, call my ignorance. I don't even know if this is Nightwish or if this is Winter Sun, because I don't recall seeing that guy in the in other ones, unless I'm missing something. Let me know. Alright, top of Kai. I like that ride pattern. Let me see that again. On the stack, on a nice stack. On those auxiliary hats. Very rarely swear on this channel, but shit, that's incredible. I can't make sense of half the stuff that's coming at me. I mean, I can, but I wouldn't be able to analyze it as quickly as I need to. I mean, his double pedals are going so quick. It's almost like looking at somebody doing Irish dance, where the upper part doesn't move, but underneath, looking at a duck, like looking at a duck on a river. It looks very calm, but underneath it's just going. And that was a right cymbal. Right there. Incredibly creative. Ooh. So we just had a groove. Sorry, I saw coming at everybody. So we had a groove that was basically going between the ride and the toms. I've done that a few times. I quite like it because it's such a difference of tonalities and of sonic approach. I quite like it. It wasn't as crazy and intense as that though, mine. No way. Again, he's doing that stab. Da, 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 da. So you're looking at almost a shuffle. It's quite a shuffle beat. The So it's a shuffle, but he's doing it in obviously like some kind of metal or death metal. However you call that. So again, audibly, you've got kind of a straighter version of a blues shuffle, because that obviously has to be quite straight for the song itself is not a swung song. So he's taken a swung blues shuffly right hand groove. He's straightened it out with a bit of swing in it, but he's considerably straightened it out. He's doing rolling what I could only imagine are 16 or 30-second note double pedal, and I don't think that was just a backbeat bass snare. I think there's some ghost notes and accents in there. So already you've got a whole collection of stuff coming at you. Nice step. And the blast beat. You see how he rolls from the cymbals and bars? It's very common playing. Now, what I will say to the audience listening to this or watching this, if my mum watches it, all other than hello, mom, this is not her style, and this is not a lot of people's style, but this is a lot of people's style. But if it's not, what you need to take away, ignore the sonic bombardment and the stylistic, the stuff that you're not a fan of. To have the human body be able to do that, that's what you can look at. If you're not a fan of the music, fine. Don't endorse it. That's cool. Just off of a technical approach, as a human being, not even as a drummer, just take everything away and look at the human body being able to, what Kai is able to do to make all of his differing limbs do different things. But what's also very important, other than making limbs do different things, is making them do things unison to land exactly when they need to. It's hard enough to make something land with one other limb, for most people. Us drummers are very different. But then multiply that and make all four limbs have to hit everything different. Different things, but all at the same time. What I'm saying is it's very impressive. Almost as impressive. His grip is getting a bit tight there, and I'm not saying that's wrong, but that's going to restrict how much speed can be generated. Doesn't need to worry about that because he's got such a massive speed, but this might be indicative. What I would objectively view that as is he's getting to his speed threshold. Now, he's probably a hell of a lot faster now. You don't have to be anywhere near that fast, but I'm just observing and making comments as a drummer for a drummer about what I'm looking at, seeing his body do. And so you can see his wrist is stiffening up. As that becomes more of an elbow strike, you're gonna, anatomically, you can look at this outside of drumming, that is gonna require a lot more effort and energy and time to move that big lever than that, and that's gonna take a lot more energy and time and effort than to move these little tiny ones. So you have varying degrees. Think about your arm as a car, You've got really, really quick motors, you got slightly slower but still quick motors, slightly slower still motors, and really slow motors. But as you take away the speed, you gain power. So its speed goes down, power comes up. I'm going to hit a lot more. I'm going to hit a lot harder like that from my shoulder because I've recruited my shoulder, but my elbow and my wrist. But I got a lot more force behind that than if I just went beep. So again, so many different approaches for different sounds and different phases of what you need to then create. Drum Nerd Channel. Ooh, nice. Nice kill on those cymbals. Nice stroke. Yes. Oh, you had that kick involved in that fill. Yes. I'm not saying it was, but it reminded me a bit of a Bonham triplet. But it's... I love how he's doing a fill on the ride. Very uncommon. And now we're back to that tom fill with some little ride cymbal ostinato. Ostinato is a repetitive pattern. You will find, for example, the song clave, the bass hi-hat step. So you do that. That stays consistent, never changes, and then you fill over top of it, doing whatever you might do. But so that's what he's doing there on his ride cymbal. The ba ba ba. Yeah. See? Very, very, very awesome. Not everything is just thrown at random. This is very well orchestrated and constructed. Very, very well executed, very well thought of. His stomach has more hair than my chest. God damn it. One day. Bap, 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 bap. Wow! What I would also like to point out is, to the left, if my box hasn't gotten in the way, you've got a K custom. And then all the way in the back up top north of me here, you have an Avidus, which is, I think, one of the more original lines. And I'd be interested, I can't really see the makeout of the rest. But my point being is they're all under the same umbrella of Zildjian, but each cymbal offers a different sound ever so slightly. So the Ks are a bit, if it's just a K, it'll be quite dry, quite short in, quite quick in decay, very short in its takeoff. So it's kind of just in, out, very dry, jazz synonymous. You got a K hybrid, and that blends the both. That blends the two. So then you kind of get a bit of a longer decay, but it's still quite dry. But then you get a bit higher takeoff, a bit more brightness to it. And then you get obviously the A custom, which just goes and it sings forever. It's brilliant. And often in brilliant finish. See, there you go. Right. I don't know what else to add. This has probably gone on really long and a very nerdy one of that. I hope everybody's had a great time. I'm going to have some lunch now. I'm in a hot dog binge right now, so I'm just crushing hot dogs all the time. And then after this, I might feel like boiled eggs, you know? Tell me, comment below, do you go through phases with food where you just, Monday to Monday, morning to night, you're just eating that one thing because you're just into it? Maybe I'm strange. Who knows? But there we go. Like, subscribe. I hope you've had a great time with this. That's not too bad, 13 minutes. What an amazing, amazing drummer. What an amazing experience. Oh, also, my buddy at work gave me an idea. And he said, you should read out once a month all the mean negative comments and just tear those people to bits and just roast them and make a feature, a segment of it. I'm humming and hawing about it because I don't want to promote negativity. But if it's genuinely something you guys would like to see and be interested in, again, I'd do it off the fly. I'd try and make it I wouldn't try and construct anything. I'd just kind of go for it. But I don't have to do it. I think it's funny. He comes up with a good idea there. So let me know if you'd like to see that. If I get enough yes, do it, then we'll try it out. But there you go. Stay safe. Do something well. Do something fun and kind for somebody else. And keep your stick on the ice. Talk to you in a bit.